Namaste. We are continuing to enjoy the experience on Naama Geetha, the Sri Krishna's names in Bhagavad Gita. The last episode, we saw the name Varshneya, a very unique name. And this episode too, we are continuing with the experience and bliss of enjoying Varshneya. In the last episode, we saw the incarnation of Sri Krishna, how Sri Krishna became an epitome of Pitruvakya Pariparana as soon as he is born, and we also had the Akrura Anubhava and the importance of Akrura Bhava. Akrura, Sri Krishna, they are all linked by the Vrishni Kula, the Vrishni Vamsa lineage in which they are born together. This episode, we are going to talk more on how Arjuna has addressed Krishna as Varshneya. The last episode, Arjuna has addressed Sri Krishna twice as Varshneya, and the last episode we saw the first chapter in which Arjuna addressed, and in this episode we will see in the third chapter as to how Sri Krishna is being addressed by Arjuna. The sloka for this chapter is
Arjuna uvacha atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi Varshneya baladiva niyojitaha.
Arjuna here questions Sri Krishna, "Hey Krishna, you said Jnana Yoga is more important, but looks like you are pushing me to do Karma Yoga, asking me to fight a war, and it's not even an ordinary karma. You are asking me to perform a Ghora Karma of fighting a war which will end up killing people. Why is that you make me do this?" Krishna looks at him and says, Jnana is important, that is knowledge. But as much as knowing, doing is equally important. So he says karma is everything and we need to perform the Karma Yoga. Without Karma Yoga, the world will come to a standstill. I, for one, as Sri Krishna, am the Paramatma. Why should I come here and do all these things? I could stay where I am in my Vaikuntha and do nothing. But it is important that as leaders, we need to demonstrate what we know and do things so that later people follow. It is important for us to act and not just be in the know. So knowing is important, but doing is more important, is what Krishna is saying. So without karma, the best thing that Sri Krishna says Arjuna is, but do this karma, but not with an attachment. Just do it as your duty and leave the fruits to be. Don't keep the eye on the fruits or don't get carried away by the fruits. You can plan, you can want to do everything, the war you have to win. That's your victory is the fruit. But don't just get carried away by the win or just go ballistic about it. Just do as a Kshatriya what you are supposed to do, leaving the fruits to me. So Arjuna says, fine Krishna, I know this part is, duty is very important. I am now more confirmed after hearing from you. But hey Varshneya, one thing I am not able to understand is, much as I know my duty, much as I know what I should do, there are many times I am not able to perform my duty and I tread from the path of my dharma. Not doing my duties becomes a dharma. I don't have to do a sinful act, but even not doing my duty or not being able to perform my duty is treading away from the path of dharma. Why is this happening? There are times that, hey Varshneya, you are the more powerful. The Vrishni, as people have said, is also a symbol or a name for the bull. Bull is, we know, it's a very powerful animal. So it also mentions when Arjuna addresses Krishna as Varshneya, he is also referring to the power that Sri Krishna has. And Sri Krishna is born in the Vrishni Kula, in which Arjuna is also born. That means Arjuna is equally good in valor. So he says, I know I have the power, I know what I am supposed to do, but looks like there is some other power which is either stopping me or slowing me down or just making me move away from the path of dharma. Why is this happening? For this, Sri Krishna says, the kama krodha and those kind of things blind our judgment, based on which we either slow down or we do adharmic things. So it is important to stay focused. And how do I stay focused without kama and getting involved in kama krodha? Is basically having full faith in me and offering the fruits of every action to me and just performing your duty. The Vrishni Kula, as Sri Vasudeva, as Krishna is called, and Varshneya in this episode that we are focusing on, is a lineage that Sri Krishna chooses to incarnate, which we saw in the last episode. Sri Krishna as Mahavishnu can choose any time, in any place, in any kula, in any lineage to be born. So if he has chosen Vrishni kula, then there should be a perfect reason for it. In fact, in 10th chapter, Sri Krishna says, I am the Vasudeva who is born in the Vrishni kula. And it tells Arjuna, among the Pandavas, I am Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya is nobody other than the Arjuna himself. So through this, we can know for sure that Prapancha Srishtikarta, Sri Krishna, who creates everything in this universe, including the universe itself, is also there as Sri Krishna. So the creator is there as a created person himself. In Vibhuti Yoga, Sri Krishna establishes that who he is. There are many things he says, out of which he says Masanam Margasirosham. Amongst the months, I am the Margasirosham month, which is normally between December 16th and January 15th. And in Rishis, among the Rishis, I am Narada. And he also says, I am Vasudeva, who is born in the Vrishni kula. So here, hey Arjuna, hey Dhananjaya, I am standing in front of you as Vasudeva born in the Vrishni kula. That is the importance of that lineage where great people have been born or incarnated in this Vrishni kula. We saw Akrura, one of the greatest souls that we can think of. We are seeing now Sri Krishna himself. Hey Dhananjaya, I am also in you as Nara Narayana. So I am all pervading, I am there everywhere. So that is how Sri Krishna establishes the richness or the greatness of Vrishni kula or the Vrishni Vamsa. The Vrishni kula is so blessed that it starts from Chandra Kulam, okay, and starts as much as in Treta Yugam. We saw that Yayati's son Yaduvamsha, he was the leader once in the Vrishni kula. At later stages, we had the Madhu, who is another king, who was also in the Vrishni kula. Then we have Vrishni himself was born in the kula, and Vasudeva, who is Sri Krishna's dad. And now Sri Krishna, the lineage is so powerful and so strong that it has some of the best names that you can see in this kula. So in fact, there are some coins. During the Madhu's period, we saw one of the best governance period. There are a lot of coins were issued. There is a Vishnu Rajyam marked encrypted coins that were been in use in those days. We are told that British Museum has some of the sample coins in this. There is even one coin with Sri Krishna and Balarama mentioned in the coins. So silver and gold were used as a metal. So that was such a great lineage of Vrishni kula, and that is why Sri Arjuna addresses Sri Krishna as Varshneya, one who is born in the Vrishni kula. The Vrishni kula itself is supposed to be a valor. As we saw, Vrishni, one of the derivative of the name is a bull. So valor, power, and the epitome of driving things is what Vrishni kula is known for. Sri Krishna blessed the Vrishni kula by incarnating in that lineage. Vrishni has mention in the Rig Vedas, Panini's works, and even Kautilya's Arthashastra. This is some research that we have just got the tip of the iceberg. The more we read into it, the more we get to know about Vrishni, thereby Varshneya, the Sri Krishna. So let us recite Varshneya as Sri Krishna and be blessed. Namaste.
Madhava Achyuta Krishna Hare Rishikesha Kesava Govinda Vasudeva Bhagavan Janardana